What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Got more JRPG sessions for you guys, and this topic was inspired by Tales of Arise because I did it more than I would have liked to, but sometimes it'd be like that. So today's question is the following: how often and what are the circumstances in which you flee or run in a JRPG? And what I mean is you just decide that this battle ain't worth it and you just bounce. What are the conditions in which you do that under? For me, it's a couple of conditions that have to be met, and some of them are my fault. A lot of them are my fault, but some of them aren't. And Tales of Arise really highlighted one that I never really thought about before. But let's go ahead and get into those reasons. So the first reason I run from battle, and the most common reason I usually run from a battle, is I am not prepared in any way, shape, or form at all. And what I mean by that is like the usual things, like I am absolutely underleveled for where I'm supposed to be. I do not have enough items to make it through the end of said dungeon. I don't have the right equipment, any of those things. Just pretty much I went through the story, got excited about something, didn't think the situation through, and just went straight into the dungeon without thinking. And I get about 25% way, or like 25% of the way through it, and I'm like, oh, I don't have enough potions. Oh, I can't restore my MP. Oh, my equipment is trash. It's usually one of those things that causes me to run, and ooh boy, I'm running from everything at every opportunity in that circumstance. Another reason that I run from battle, this one doesn't really happen too often. It did happen in Tales of Arise, though it wasn't the thing I was thinking about, like the new reason that Tales of Arise presented to me. But there's an area in Tales of Arise, and there's areas in not every RPG, but some RPGs that just straight up make me uncomfortable. Like, I don't like looking at the map or the area where I'm in. Either it's a weird looking background and I just think it's gross, or it makes me feel weird, or this might sound strange, but there's an area in Tales of Arise where I was going through it and I was like, I do not like the way this looks. This makes me very uncomfortable. And I tried to get through that dungeon as quick as possible, so I ran quite a bit in that situation. Sounds weird, but yeah, I just didn't like the way that it looked, like the map or the area, and I just gotta go. I gotta get through it as quick as possible. Get me through, let me beat that boss, and let me ride out. Hopefully you teleport me out and I don't have to run back through that area. And the last reason, this is the new reason that Tales of Arise presented, though when I think about it, a lot of other RPGs have done this to me as well, but Tales of Arise really highlighted it for me. For a lot of JRPGs, especially something like Tales in general, they have inventory limits, and money isn't hard to come by, but things are pretty expensive, so you don't find yourself with an overabundance of cash on you. It becomes a war of attrition. And at certain points when you're going through dungeons, you have to realize that you cannot fight every battle. You have to pick your battles. You have to, because there's gonna be those dungeons in JRPGs that force battles on you. And what I mean by that is you're going through a dungeon, but the only way to make it to the next area is to fight this giant enemy that's standing in front of the doorway. Things like that. And you have to know that if you're picking up every single random battle and just fighting it out, you're eventually gonna get to a point where your items run low, your MP runs low. If it's one of those types of games, your weapon, like Saga Frontier, your weapon might be on the verge of breaking. Dungeons truly are wars of attrition, and you have to realize that you're not gonna make it through by fighting every battle. You have to realize when you're hitting that point, so you don't grind yourself into the ground and you're not able to make it through the dungeon. That can cause you to waste a lot of items. It can cause you to waste a lot of money trying to just run through the brick wall every single time. Sometimes you just have to stand back, take a breath, run from that battle, and keep it moving, because you never know what's waiting for you at the end of that dungeon. But for me, those are pretty much the reasons why I would choose to run from a battle. Either I am not prepared to be where I am, where I am creeps me out for whatever reason. I just don't want to be in that area anymore. Or you just realize that you got to fight the war of attrition and you got to win. And in order to do that, you got to pick your battles. So what are the reasons for you guys when you decide to run from a battle? What are the reasons you do it for? Are they similar to me? Do you have completely different reasons whatsoever? Or are you the type of person that just doesn't run? You're just like, screw it, we're going brick wall, boom, 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 fighting every battle. Is that you? Let me know. Let's talk about it. All right, everybody, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your time. If you love the video or like the video, you don't even have to love it. Give it a thumbs up. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe. I would really appreciate your support further. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.